In the rewrite tonight, the narrative on the far right is starting to shift around President Obama's decision to kill Osama bin Laden and just what kind of decision that really was. Here's Rush Limbaugh earlier today.
I mean, it was gutsy on Sunday, but on Monday it was really gutsy. And yesterday was profoundly gutsy. And today it was unbelievably, incomprehensibly gutsy. But isn't that a bit of a stretch? Especially in view of the fact, look at it this way, if it ever got out that Obama had passed on a chance at capturing or killing bin Laden, Obama's political career is over.
Now, you would think that a president's political career would be over if he passed on a chance to capture or kill Osama bin Laden. But that's not what happened to George W. Bush. He passed on a chance to get Osama bin Laden in Tora Bora less than 90 days after 9/11. And yes, he was criticized by some for that, but not by Rush Limbaugh. Senator John Kerry criticized Bush for letting bin Laden escape at Tora Bora. John Kerry actually had real experience making kill decisions in combat in Vietnam, the war that Rush Limbaugh and George W. Bush exercised their cowardly prerogatives of avoiding service in. But John Kerry did not exactly end Bush's political career. Glenn Beck has now grown impatient. Glenn Beck thinks President Obama should have taken one bow for killing Osama bin Laden, then left the stage. Here is Beck from his radio show today.
President Obama is going to visit Ground Zero. George Bush is not going to go with him. George Bush turned down Obama's invitation to go to the site because he wanted to stay out of the spotlight. I would think that maybe it's because you would need hand sanitizer afterwards because you'd feel so slimy after doing this. This is the first visit to Ground Zero that Obama has made since he was a candidate. What is the occasion other than UBL being? Is there another reason, or is it just to sop up some more glory and take a victory lap? It's disgusting.
I know. You're thinking Beck would never have said that if a Republican president had killed Osama bin Laden. There would be no limit to how many victory laps Beck would urge a Republican president to do if a Republican president had been smart enough or lucky enough to kill Osama bin Laden. But in this case, Beck, never much for consistency, is actually contradicting the position Beck took on Monday after a Democratic president killed Osama bin Laden.
You may have seen students jumping into the lake in Ohio and rushing into the White House bearing signs and smoking cigars. As I watched these things happen last night, I couldn't help but be reminded of when the Palestinians danced in the streets and passed out candy after the 9/11 attacks, when they danced in the streets over the killing of 5 American students and the slaughter of a Jewish family. All of these things, you know and I know, were offensive. All of those victims were innocent. America, we are better than this. We are better than jumping into lakes and holding signs and cigars. I think we're better than that. I mean, why hand out candy when you can have cookies and confetti and a marching band, huh?
Cookies and confetti and a marching band. So after saying the event was worthy of a marching band, Beck now says that the President of the United States going to the place that made Osama bin Laden the most famous and dangerous terrorist in history is inappropriate. In Beck's word, disgusting. Disgusting. As he's proven time and time again, disgusting is way too nice a word for Glenn Beck.